The morning that I'm supposed to shoot my first love song, well, there are a lot of things that go on in my mind.
It's like you're almost palpitating. You know, it's like, oh God, how are we going to do it?
It's an uncomfortable space to get into, but then you don't really realize what it's going to be like till you actually shoot it.
It was the first time that I was doing these things on screen, and I wasn't really sure as to, you know, how these things are supposed to be done on screen, how much intimate are you supposed to be with your co-actor.
Scenes like these are so uncomfortable. It does not really matter how comfortable you are with the actor that you're performing these scenes with.
On screen, doing it, yes, it is very difficult. You literally have to, you know, not train your body according to the scenes, but you literally have to like train your minds for that.
The whole inhibition was actually to show off my body on screen, because I'm somebody who's got a lot of criticism for my body, so I wasn't sure how it's going to look on screen.
In this movie, I had to wear a swimsuit, so for that I had to train really hard than what I used to train earlier. Whenever I was shooting for any of the scenes or anything for this movie, I made sure that I smell good. I made sure that my breath was okay. Your co-actor, he shouldn't feel, oh, she's so dirty, I don't want to touch her, but I have to do it because that's my job.
Bad breath is the biggest turn-off, and for anybody, for a girl or a boy. So it's always good to not have onions before you're kissing somebody and have lots of mint.
Your nails have to be really clean all the time. Your ears have to be clean. You can't be sweaty and dirty.
I'm a person who is very concerned about my innerwear more than my outerwear, even in my personal life. I'm like, it's okay if you don't wear good clothes, but your innerwear has to be good. You never know when it comes to yours.
Making sure that you're not too excited is very way back in the mind, because there's so many other things that are there. So I think that can only happen if you go with the flow and lose control. But you cannot, because these are the times that you need to be in sync with everything and be in control. So there's one layer of instructions that has been given by the director, one layer of do's and don'ts that you know you're supposed to do or not supposed to do, one layer of making sure that it's done in the minimum amount of takes, so that excitement is, even if you want to, it's like way back in the head.
I don't think that a male will have a problem girl touching him anywhere, because they're like, there's only one part which is very private, but in girls there are two parts where they have to be really careful.
You have to be absolutely aware, like, okay, my hand is going to be here, my hand is going to be here, or it'll move to this place or move to this place, and that you need to be aware and in tune with everything.
We had a lot of restrictions because Karan could not take his shirt off because of his tattoos. So I had only his chest area, like his torso and his chest, that's it. I couldn't put my hands anywhere else.
My character does not have any tattoos. We had to cover everything. So my makeup man Dino spent a lot of time covering them up. But what happened was, whatever my body touched started becoming brown. So in the middle of the scene, we've cut it because I'm just changing the color of everything, including Zareen. So one hand was brown, the sheets were brown, and it didn't look like a very appealing visual at that moment. I think they've chopped it out in the edits and made it look much nicer than it was looking at that moment. The response that I was most curious about was my parents. Dad didn't say much, and mom kind of smirked at it.
My brother, like how enthused he is, उसका phone आया ट्रेलर देखने के बाद, उसने कहा दीदी मैंने ट्रेलर तो देखा, पर मैं थिएटर में मूवी देखने जाऊंगा, अगर मेरे बाजू वाले ने कुछ कमेंट किया ना, मैं उसे मार दूंगा, मुझे नहीं पता.
The only person I wouldn't want this movie to be shown to is my grandfather, because he's somebody who prays 5 times a day, and I think he's going to be superbly scandalized when he sees that.
मुझे आदत बना